Bruce Castle, The Legend of the White Lady. Perhaps the most famous tale of Bruce Castle revolves around the tragic figure known as the White Lady, who is said to haunt the upper rooms and tower. According to legend, the White Lady was once Lady Constantia Lucy, the young wife of Sir Henry Hare, the second baronet of the family who owned Bruce Castle in the late 1600s. The marriage was tumultuous, and by some accounts, Sir Henry was a harsh and controlling husband who kept Lady Lucy isolating within the castle walls. Lady Lucy reportedly grew despondent and lonely, spending much of her time pacing the small circular tower room in a state of despair. One night, in a final tragic attempt to escape her unhappy life, she is said to have thrown herself from the tower window. Since that fateful night, many visitors to the castle have reported seeing a ghostly figure dressed in white drifting through the tower room and nearby corridors. The White Lady is often seen by the tower window, gazing out into the distance, her expression melancholy and full of sorrow. Some visitors have felt a sudden chill in the room, accompanied by the feeling that someone is watching them. Occasionally, a soft weeping sound echoes through the empty hallways, believed to be the ghost of Lady Lucy mourning her lost freedom and her life. Alongside the tragic White Lady, another spirit has been frequently sighted in Bruce Castle, that of a young boy, believed to be a former student from when the castle was used as a boys' school. During the early 19th century, Bruce Castle served as an educational institution, and it's rumoured that one of the boys met a tragic end while playing in the upper floors. Some accounts suggest that he may have fallen from a staircase or through a weak section of the floor. Today, visitors report hearing the faint sound of a child's laughter, or more disturbingly, sobbing, coming from the empty rooms and stairwells. Some who have felt his presence describe a sudden rush of cold air, followed by the sound of small footsteps pattering through the halls. One museum staff member recounted feeling a small icy hand brush against theirs while closing up for the night, only to turn and see no one there. Others have reported brief glimpses of a small figure in old-fashioned clothing disappearing around corners or peeking from behind doors. The cellar of Bruce Castle is another hotspot for paranormal encounters. In the 19th century, the cellars were used as storage rooms, and it's said that during renovations, several mysterious artifacts were found buried within the walls, possibly linked to ancient rituals or the castle's long and complex history. Some believe these objects have left a dark mark on the space, leading to reports of unsettling occurrences and poltergeist-like activity. Many visitors and staff refuse to enter the cellar alone, and for good reason. Those who do report strange sounds, such as faint, whispering voices, or the dragging of heavy objects across the floor, despite no one else being present. Objects are frequently found moved or tipped over, even after being securely placed. Some people have even reported feeling an unseen force push or brush past them, as if something or someone is hurrying by, eager to escape notice. In recent years, paranormal investigators have conducted experiments in the cellar, capturing unexplainable noises on audio equipment, including distant murmurs and what sounds like faint, agonized groans. Several guests have recounted the sensation of feeling watched from the shadows or sensing an intense pressure in the room, almost as if the walls themselves are closing in. The Great Hall at Bruce Castle is one of its most historically significant rooms, and it's said to be haunted by several spectral figures. The hall has hosted grand feasts, important gatherings, and meetings between influential figures, and some believe the spirits of these past residents remain within its walls. Staff members frequently report the sensation of being watched or seeing shadowy figures lingering at the edges of the room. One of the most frequently recounted encounters involved a visitor who saw a group of shadowy figures dressed in period clothing gathered around a table only for them to vanish moments later. Cold spots are also common, as are sudden, inexplicable drafts that sweep through the room even when all doors and windows are closed. One legend holds that a former servant who spent most of his life working at Bruce Castle appears periodically to ensure that the hall is in order. Witnesses report the sound of footsteps shuffling across the floor, the faint echo of a broom or cloth brushing against the furniture, and the lingering smell of freshly polished wood, even when no one has been cleaning. One of the most mysterious and unsettling phenomena at Bruce Castle is the presence of disembodied voices. Several staff members and visitors report hearing whispers, conversations, and even screams coming from empty rooms. These voices are often indistinct, as though muffled by time, yet they carry an unmistakable weight of anger or anguish. One chilling encounter involved a staff member closing the museum for the night. As he locked the doors, he heard a loud, angry voice shouting from one of the upstairs rooms. Rushing upstairs, he found the room empty, but the voice persisted, filling the hallway. The staff member left in a hurry and later recounted the story to his colleagues, only to learn that many others had experienced similar experiences and encounters. In another instance, a paranormal investigator left an audio recorder in the Great Hall overnight. Upon reviewing the recording, he heard faint conversations, whispers, and what sounded like a woman crying. No one else had been in the building, leading him to believe he had captured the voices of the castle's lingering spirits. Bruce Castle remains one of London's most atmospheric and haunted locations, and the National Trust, which manages this property today, acknowledges its reputation. With its ancient architecture, dark history, and haunted legends, this castle draws paranormal enthusiasts, historians, and curious visitors eager to catch a glimpse of something otherworldly. The spirits of Bruce Castle, from the tragic White Lady to the playful young boy, seem eternally connected to the castle walls, as if bound by the weight of their sorrow or the force of their untold stories. For those who visit, Bruce Castle offers a unique glimpse into London's haunted past, a place where history and the supernatural are woven together, and where echoes of the past linger on, in whispered conversations, chilling encounters, and the watchful eyes of those long gone.